Beat him senseless.
You and me and you, we gonna throw down. That's right, we gonna get serious.
You can run, but you can't hide.
It's time for the Fuller Broadcast with your host, Jeff Fuller.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 24/7 Sports Fuller Broadcast Show. Today, I interview fighters from Street Beef, UFC, and Bare Knuckle Fighting, where they interview their how their fights are going.
Apologies, I'm trying to get my other guy on here real fast.
So, welcome to my show. I have Street Beef fighter JT Savage and his son on the show. They're here to talk about their future fights and what's going on with their training and everything. So, all right, you there, JG? Now you can talk.
Allow it. Allow your thing. All right, I'm trying to get my other fighter on here right now.
All right, good. We're live.
I know we're hot. All right. Anyway, JT Savage, Street Beef's one-on-one fighter. This is my son Jaden, and in a minute we'll try to get another other guy on here. We're doing the Team Savage Fight Club fight on July 3rd. We're going to fight for Vigilant MMA. It's going to be two separate things. In the morning, I'm fighting in the high rollers. It's a no-gi blue belt, and I'm fighting Felix Hernandez. Right, so he's a pretty good fighter. I mean, as far as I can tell. He's a good fighter. So, I mean, he's been in like 2-3 good tournaments, the high rollers in Las Vegas. He won one, lost one, something like that. But he's a good guy, man. It looks like it's going to be a good fight. And I believe we got Jaden. He's going to be fighting. He's going to be kickboxing on Fight TV. Big thing, 15 years old, yeah. So he's going to be doing it. Him and my other guy, Mark Powell, are going to be on the Combat Quest 14 America event. And Jaden's going to be fighting Chris Porter out of Inferno MMA. He's pretty much strictly Muay Thai gym, right? So it's going to be a good thing, dudes. Yeah.
So before I ask some questions, I came back from vacation, and it's time to get serious now, guys. Start interviewing everybody.
Okay.
Let's get this shit going.
Hit the button, bro.
So, all right. So let's talk to your son real quick. So, right. Jaden, with the upcoming events you got coming, your fight stuff, how's your training going right now with getting ready and prepare for it?
Well, right now I am working on eating healthy, eating clean food at the moment, and trying to get in fight shape for fight shape.
Right back, son. You got it.
And then just working on building muscle, getting stronger until the fight comes. And so the training's going pretty well right now. I'm happy with it.
So I noticed that you're a lot bigger than your dad. So it looks like you're going to be like at your age now. It looks like in the future fights you're going to be a little bit more in like bigger weight classes. How do you feel being a lot bigger than your dad?
Yeah. Well, I mean, fighting him, I don't really feel a difference fighting him because he kind of handles it pretty well, I guess. He's very, very strong, so me being heavier than him really don't affect him, So, but yeah, it's cool.
So, do you train with your dad full time, or do you train like somewhere else?
I train with him mostly, and then me and him might go to some people and just to learn some new stuff and fight other fighters, to feel and different. So when you go in to fight, you'll know what to expect. So yeah.
So with your dad's training and all the experience he's got, so what is going to be like to have hopefully see you and your father on the same card and fighting together? How is it going to feel having you two back on the same card? Not the same fight, but the same card.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be really cool, actually. Yeah, that'd be amazing. It will come, so. Yeah.
So, JT Savage, when you training your son, how is it like to juggle, getting your stuff ready to fight and training with getting him ready?
See, that's the thing. That's why I went ahead. Look, first of all, with this whole event, man, it ended up falling in my lap on accident. What ended up happening is I was cruising Facebook, whatever. I'm trying to get a kickboxing fight for Jaden, and And what ended up happening is I sent a guy, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I need a kid's kickboxing, 14 years old." And I'm like, "Man, my kid's a kickboxer, whatever." So he didn't say anything back to me immediately. Some pro fighter was like, "Bro, I just watched your fight on Street Beefs, whatever, against Jags. You did good." What he was talking me up. So then the guy immediately hit me back and was like, "Yo, man, Brandon Lee's a good guy, Visual MMA." He's like, "Yo, man, I definitely put him in the game, Street Beefs level, whatever." So that's what put me in the game with this guy. So I'm talking to him. Everything's fine. I said, "Look, I want to take a back seat, right? I don't want to be the one doing the kickboxing, the MMA, whatever it is, because then it's my fight, right? It's not my son's fight." So I'm harping that up. He's totally down with it. And so I take a blue belt no-gi jiu-jitsu fight, BJJ, and then he tells me my son needs blood work. And I'm like, blood work, that's a sanctioned fight move. You know what I mean? That's something serious. So that's hell. You know what I mean? Like, I can't believe it. So I'm like, all right, man, that's what's up, blood work. So he's continuously going with it. And I tell him he's 170. He's a big kid. So I don't even know we're on TV yet, right? I don't know we're going to Fight TV. I don't know what's going to be on pay-per-view. I don't know that I really did him solid. The guy asked me to have any other fighters. I told him, yeah, I got a guy named Mark Powell. He's got it, Vidalia. Good fighter. He's a natural fighter, right? He's doing karate for a long time. Anyway, it built up where we ended up having a whole team, right? Mark Powell doing MMA at heavyweight, 205. I think he's going to be fighting Shinori Walker at a BPM fight team. And all these legitimate schools, and then they tell me Jaden's going to be fighting in a legitimate Muay Thai test. I mean, he's got to get eye tests, he's got to get blood work. It's hyped up, and then he's like, and there's going to be coverage. I was like, all right, coverage, whatever. Still not taking it seriously. And the guy says, yeah, it's going to be on Fight TV. So wow, right? So my 15-year-old son, it took me, years for somebody to see me fight outside of just a local venue. You do that in amateurs. You got to build up, and then now this guy, his first kickboxing match, right, on Fight TV. So I mean, what do you do with that? You know what I mean? I'm happy for him. So then I'm glad I'm doing the jiu-jitsu, right, and he's doing the kickboxing, because I promise you, even though I want to be the good dad and the teacher and the trainer and get him right, if I'm doing a stand-up thing, I really can't put everything into him. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to be worried about not getting knocked out or not getting hurt or trying to look good. That's just the fighter in me, that competitor. So we've been doing him just kickboxing, right? And he's looking amazing. And me just jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? So I just try to find, and of course our whole thing with the Savage Fight Team thing is when the COVID shut down, bro, we didn't have anywhere to train. We trained when we could. We CrossFit train, wherever we can. But we got guys in Statesboro that my wife knows. Statesboro that work, roll with the American Top Team, kickboxers, Muay Thai artists, BJJ guys, and don't know why Jay's looking away from the screen. And then we got extra bodies, but we do it right out of here. You know what I mean? Out of our own house for right now. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing, man.
Yes. So what your son, man, at his age, he's already gets prospects coming after him, wants to fight him, man. Yeah. So at that age, by the time he gets to 20, you're going to be looking at like, wow, I'm going to be, I'm going to be feeling good about it, man, because he got an experience a lot of people don't get. I did Muay Thai matches when I was little. You know what I mean? My dad took me to like probably 13 of them, and it was cool. It was the traditional Muay Thai. You go in there, you get the whole crown on your head, you do all this other. You got to go over the ring, not over the ring, not under the ring. It's a big traditional process, right? But it still very much hurts. It still very much sucks if you don't go in. But really, nobody sees it, right? Because you're a kid. Who cares? It's not really no blood drawn. But this one right here, it's a different situation, man. And it's been hard trying to find somebody his size to fight him. You know what I mean? Because he's 170 pounds. He's dropping 160 for this one, but it took forever to find somebody for him. And I'm amazed, man. They're gonna be looking back at this, when he's a pro fighter. So here's a lot of questions that a lot of people ask, even if it's family, friends, or people There's been a lot of issues with weight losses. People losing a lot of weight, dropping a lot of weight. So do you think that's an issue about how, like, hey, your son says, I want to drop like 30 pounds and fight this guy? And for one, look. He's not going to be dropping 30 pounds to do anything, right? Because let me tell you something. At a scientific level, right, when you're like biologically speaking, you can't drop so much weight
before you lose muscle mass, 10 pounds or something, you can pretty much burn it off in water weight because the weigh-ins are the day before. You can burn it off in water weight. You can break down to your smallest. But if you're going to drop 30 pounds, it's got to be over a long period of time, right? We got like 8 weeks to fight, and that's not going to happen. My other guy, Mark Powell, he's at like 215 right now, 214. He's going to drop to 205, 207 because you only get so much weight allowance, And Jaden, they're going to get somebody. The dude's fighting like 160, 165. Jaden ain't got to do much, man. He can get up in the morning. Everybody's allotted probably 6 pounds of water weight. So in the morning, goes to the bathroom, runs on the treadmill for 20 minutes. He's good. We're going to make sure he doesn't lose muscle mass during training. We're going to make sure he's at a comfortable weight, right? Because when I fought Mark Juarez, when I went to Daytona and fought Mark Juarez, the guy come in at 145, the guy come in big as me. The next day, he's a little bit bigger. That's because he walks around at 160, right? And he dropped to 115. It's a thing with fighters. Sometimes they're not very prevalent at their weight, right? So they drop 2 or 3 weight classes so they can try to beat on the smaller guy, and that's where karma gets them, man. They go in there and pass it on the stand. I mean, it is what it is. We're not going to be doing that with him.
So, Jaden, so you, with all the training and everything, preparing for your upcoming, I think your dad was telling me you had a fight also in July. You got some matches to do. I think
we ended up not doing that. It was supposed to be in February. We ended up not doing that because there was an issue again with finding somebody for him to fight. You know what I mean? The guys are too big. So then we were going to go in June to Mississippi, right? And it was supposed to be a big thing too. You know what I mean? But again, finding someone his age to fight him, and at the end of the day, I've been in fights before he ain't. So I wasn't going to fight for anyone. I wasn't going to throw my fist again, okay? Because he's been training this whole time for the kickboxing, training this whole time for jiu-jitsu, whatever it is. And the whole time he's been training, he's not going to get anything from it, right? Because he can't fight. So I was not going to stop until I found somebody for him to fight, right? So he's already done his thing in jiu-jitsu, but kickboxing is where, I mean, if that's what you say, son, you rather kickbox, right? Okay? You like the Muay Thai, right? He wants to stand up and he wants to bang, man. So I finally found somebody to do that. And like I said, not just for me, for my other guy, right? So we're going for as a whole team. But he didn't get to go to his jiu-jitsu match because he wants to bang. And that's my son, and he gets what he wants. So
So check this out. So with his age, learning jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, kickboxing, and when it comes to that point where it comes to MMA fighting, he's going to have a lot of experience with fighting.
He's going to walk right into it. Yes. Yep. He's going to walk right into it, right? He's going to walk right into it.
So, Jay, how are you comfortable right now getting ready for any kickboxing matchups coming up and stuff? You feel like you're 1,000% ready with your dad training you and everything?
I feel like I'm about at 70% right now, because right now I still got school going on. I can't train all day every day, but right now I feel great. Everything, I'm not hurting or anything. I'm not injured or anything. Right now my weight's good. I'm dropping easily right now. I'm not like doing a whole bunch of stuff, but like just eating right, which is going to be easier for when I have to do weight loss, weight cuts real fast in a short time period. And that's going to be nothing. So right now I feel good. Yeah. Sure. The training is going good.
So since you feel like doing kickboxing, I do a lot of media out here for IKF Kickboxing Arizona. They have a lot of Emmy fights. So if your dad ever wants to get you out here to fight in Arizona, one of the IKF events, just let him know, and I'll try to get you guys get on that card, because they got some awesome fighters. But they have a lot of kids your age, so maybe we could talk to him and try to get you out here to get you someone your age that wants to fight you. You're a big boy, man. Hey, JT, I was just telling him, I got events out here I cover sometimes is IKF Kickboxing Arizona, which is Amy.
Oh yeah,
your son would be a good fit out here. Let me talk to Richard, because he's got a card coming up on end of March. End of May. There's another one in July. I think in July. If you're interested in coming out here and fighting that IKF kickboxing event, let me know.
I mean, I mean, that'd be cool. But see, that's the thing though, right? They make sure specifically, because I'm getting his blood work, all that right there. By the way, while we're online right now, before all that, we got this new baby. We're doing our big thing, whatever. Trust me, him and his buddy Future and us, we would welcome all sponsors or all help, right? Because blood work's not cheap, whatever. We'll make it either way, but you're going to want your name on him and this show and us when it gets big. But as far as him in Arizona fighting, I mean, the sky's the limit, bro. If you find somebody that'll fight him, right, you give me enough time to get him ready and get him up there. You know what I mean? Because I don't have no problem with that, man. The more coverage he has, right, the bigger he's going to get. Because all the greats, even if you're looking at somebody like, Izzy Adesanya, you're looking at all the big guys, right? They didn't start off wrestling in high school, right? Two boxing classes, you know what I mean? Just jumped off into it. They've got a wide spectrum, right? That mixed martial arts back in the day wasn't you go in there and take a class of the 3 or 4 different effective things you can do in a fight. You know what I mean? Mixed martial arts wasn't about that. The first UFC was ground guys against stand-up guys, but now you got to be well-rounded. So he's doing jiu-jitsu. Double gold on that. We're going to get his kickboxing match, and he's going to completely destroy the kid, right? Completely respectfully, but he's going to give it to him. And because Jaden wants it more, right? And we'll go to Arizona and see about it. Just talk to the guy right and have him get a hold of me, and we'll try to figure it out, man, because I definitely want to get all the exposure he can because it's really good, right? And he deserves it. He deserves it.
They have guys out here that I know, their kids around his age.
Yeah.
But the weight class, I'm not sure. I'll have to look in that. I think they got some kids his age in that weight class. So
yeah, I'm saying, look, even if it's not in the weight class, I'm fine with 16, 17-year-olds. It don't matter to me. You know what I mean?
That's what
he's not scared. It doesn't matter to me. Huh?
I'm fighting a 17-year-old. That's the fight I'm coming up with.
The fight now, this guy's a legal adult. It is what it is. Because they couldn't find anybody for weight class. He's cutting weight to fight this guy, and this guy's almost grown. It doesn't matter because when you're fighting, you just got to vouch your mouthpiece and keep moving. It's not like, we're not, Mayweather. We're not people like that. We can just pick and choose who we fight. We're not Jake Paul. We're going to go in there and find the guy that's mopping the floor and it's in a Costco and be like, come on, let's fight. You know what I mean? To prove yourself as a fighter, right, so you got to have a good fight.
So before we continue, ask more questions. Everybody, if you're out there watching my show live, I got a shirt for JT, which is going to be him. If you guys want to sponsor him and his son, we got a cool shirt that we can put your logo on here.
Yeah.
You see it right there? Team
Those are team shirts, yeah. Okay.
You turn it right. So if you guys get a chance, you want to be sponsor him, he'll put your logos on T-shirts or what, his banner. Support these guys. So you want to give a shout out real quick?
I mean, yeah, man. I shout out to, like I said, today, one of my fighters, Mark Powell. He couldn't figure the situation out with this right here, and he's also, got stuff going on. But Mark Powell of Vidalia, Georgia, he's going to be with us. Shout out to him. Maybe we can get him an interview later on. He can tell his story. He's got something like a backstory like mine, man, and he's trying to get it right. Shout out to everyone that has our back, man. Shout out to Street Beast, giving me my first shot. My father for starting me off with it. Everybody that believes in us and everybody that says we won't make it, right? Because I don't know which one's pushing us harder. My mother, my father, everyone out here that thinks that just because you don't come from money or because you used to be an addict or a convict or maybe you're a damaged kid, you know what I mean? You have to be somebody to be somebody. That ain't what it is. Yep. You know what I mean? Nobody's born into greatness. And mountaintops never produce what valleys do. You're at the bottom of the mountain trying to get up.
So, Jaden, for you, if you want business or anybody to sponsor you, what would you like to say to the sponsors right now? How you feel they're a good fit for you?
I'd say it'd be a very good choice to sponsor us, and I greatly appreciate it. And trust me, you won't be let down by the things that you see, and we will be on a lot of TV and stuff. So you sponsoring us will definitely be a big help, and it won't be like just wasting your money on us or anything, because it'll definitely prove out to your standards.
He's just like you, JT. He's just like you, man.
He is. He can't help it. He's gonna put it on there. Yeah. He's going to take it all the way there. I mean, he's not just like me. I'm trying to get up to his size, I guess. Yeah, it's weird. 30 pounds. It's like
me, a father of 8. Check it out. Me, a father of 8. It's like you better say something right on TV and smart. And I'm gonna slap right
Man,
through
you know,
the TV.
the thing is, I don't even look. I did look when he first went. I was like halfway in between trying to like write a little script out of it. But turns out, man, he's better than I was as a kid because I went on here and just spouted some crazy stuff. But yeah, he's this is him naturally. You know what I mean? I don't know why.
Yeah.
I tell the wife all the time. I say, man, look, we could have got like a little us. We could have got a real problem. But we got a natural athlete that's articulate and has a future. It's not going to make these kind of decisions, man. And the crazy thing is, I'm like his hero, right? And I was never that good a person. My kids and my wife make me better. You know what I mean? My first Street Beast match back. That's where little baby Savage coming from. I got a little girl. He's got a little sister, right? And I've got plenty of time to do all what I want to do, right? But I never make it as far as my son, right? Or any other guy I help teach or train or get out there, because when I was younger, doing the right thing or bettering myself was not on the schedule. You know what I mean? I just want to be as stupid as I could. So I mean, I guess I did that pretty well. But now that I'm older, right, I can get him in the right direction. And I told you before that the end result, right, of all the things I'm doing, TV stuff, the fighting or whatever, I'm fighting, I enjoy it, but it's to show my skill. Jaden going out there is to show that I can help. When Jaden first come around me, he's emotional. You know what I mean? He had a lot of issues, man, because mom and me wasn't there. But then, in no time I turned it around, right? That's my son, right? So I'm always going to do for him. But at the end of the day, there's hundreds of kids out there, right? I maybe can do for him, right? At the end result is to open my school and leave a legacy. You know what I mean? Look at him right now. He's 2 interviews and a jiu-jitsu match and finna be his first fight in, man. And he acts like he's got better sense than most adults I know. You know what I mean?
So fighters out there, when you want to offer a fight with Jaden, he's got something to say to you guys right now. If you want to step in the ring with him,
give it to him, man. 15 years old, give it to him.
Well, I'm down to fight anybody. So yeah, y'all come on and go ahead, try to set that up. That'll be fun. I want that experience.
That's right. Eat your Wheaties, do your push-ups. Go ahead. I would suggest maybe a living will, right? A living will.
All right.
Suicide note. You know what I mean? It might get real. I'm serious. I'm not. No, look, not joshing, right? Because the kid's like 17, but the kid, whereas a little experience. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a 35-year-old man. Been doing martial arts my whole life. And the other day, mom told me to open up, right? Open up, let him get one. I gave him one. Yeah. I don't want to kill myself. This kid hits like a truck, man. You know what I mean? It's not like he does little things where he holds his leg a certain way, right? And does 10 push-ups a day. No, sir. We go to the gym. Yeah. He does Spartan train over here. If he hits somebody, a little bit of the soul might leak out their back. Like I might get sued by the mom and dad. You know what I mean? And I'm cool with that because
it was funny what you just said about the living will. So it's like a fighter will walk up. Man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm 15 years old. You're what, 22? You better start your living will right now because when I come in the ring with you.
God bless you. Yeah. Yeah. And at the end of the day, right, he's got this disarming factor about him. He's got this nice smile and he's super humble and until it's time. You know what I mean? Like I'm a relatively nice guy, but when I walk up, I'm covered in tattoos. I mean, whatever. Society sees me as shifty. He walks up and he's finna ask to mow your lawn. You know what I mean? Or like help old lady across the street. And then the poor kid goes in the ring. Ding, ding, ding. Where did that even come from? Like Jesus knows. You know what I'm saying? But afterwards, he's so respectful. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing. But wow, I can't wait. I'm gonna be so proud of my son. And like I said, he can't be here right now, mind you. But we got another fighter, man. Look, I tell you what, Jaden, right, sparred with Mother Fighter, man. Mother Fighter's good. Mark Powell, he's 214 pounds, and he's got to be 6'4", 6'5". Jaden
he ain't 6'4", 6'5". He's like 6'6".
Anyway, he's a really big guy, right? And Jaden, right, like landed high kicks on him, man. And the guy, I tell you, Jaden does not train with kids, man. This dude, Mark, you know what I mean? All my fighters are real savages, man. Team Savage. You know what I mean? All my fighters. Yeah. Nobody fight this guy around here. He had to get Mark Powell. Yeah. He had to get him martial arts. Nobody was going to fight him. Jaden, what are you going to do with that? I mean, really, he's 15 years old and bigger than most strong men. I love it, man.
All right. So before we get your son off here, I know he's got homework stuff to do. So, Jaden, what would you like to say to everybody out there about Team Savage right now?
Team Savage.
Thank you for just putting interest into watching our fights and stuff and seeing our journey. But yeah, it says it's self-explanatory what's in the name. It's we're Savage. Our fights is gonna be we're coming.
Yeah,
and
look,
it's gonna be savage.
Little known fact, right? A savage is not the person, right, that runs the village, right, and looks really cool, and gets paid a lot of money, look nice in front of the village. The savage is the one who burns it down, right? So it is what it is. You know what I mean?
I see your son thinking over there, I need a shirt with my name on it.
Yeah, he's definitely getting that. He's getting one with his name, and it's going to say Buckshot right there because that's what it sounds like when he hits you. Bang. You know what I mean? Also, those shirts right here now, I'm ordering a couple extra for anybody interested. And I was talking about the sponsorship earlier. I'm going to make it one way or the other. We're going to get it one way or the other, right? But at the end of the day, you know, there's certain things you don't talk about as a fighter, you know, the blood work, you know, the getting there, the training, the sacrifices you make, right? And it's going to be completely worth it, man. We got to get his blood work. We got to get his eye work. So if anybody wants to chip in, if it's not, it's cool, man. You can hit me up on my Cash App or whatever. But if you don't, we're still going to make it, right? Because that's how bad we want it. You know what I mean? This kid right here, the other day, I don't even know what it was. I came home from work, man. You know, I've already done my training for the day. I swear to you, it would have about been 4 or 5 o'clock to 10:30 at night, right? He's out there on the bags. You know what I mean? He's out there working. He wants it. And at the end of the day, I think it was Conor McGregor that said it, right? It doesn't matter. You know, you can teach somebody a million techniques. You know what I mean? They can look really good on the pads and got really cool tattoos or whatever. At the end of the day, man, you got to be obsessed. You got to want it, right? The person who wants it more,
yeah, I get what you're saying there.
More.
Yes, whoever wants it more. Once you step in that ring, only one winner is coming out of that ring.
Exactly, because the difference between a fighter, a trained individual, and a fighter, right, is the mindset. A trained fighter and a regular street fighter is a fighter go, right? Yeah, whatever you think you go, but it's when you get that pressure put on you, right? My son's been in my corner and watched me leak blood. For real. I'm sitting, ask him now. I'm not lying. Watch me drool blood, man, and still go. You know what I mean? That's a trained fighter, bro. That's somebody that wants it, right? And I expect nothing less for all my fighters. Jaden, Mark, like I said, Mark Powell, anybody that comes to me with me anywhere, right, is going to have that same tenacity, that same ferocity with it, right? Ferocity. At the end of the day, if you get me, right, you earned it. You earned it, right? Matter of fact, I'll buy you a beer because you did something, right? You did something because we're not halfway going with it, right?
All right.
And this guy right here, Jeff, he's most definitely going to get his name out there because every time I step anywhere, when I go back to Street Beast, which is coming up as much as I can, there's 3 or 4 different things in Florida I can go fight in, you know, whatever. There's a lot of things popping up, man. And everywhere I go, that logo's going to be there, right? On my son's shirt, on my shirt. So if you miss out, you miss out. But it doesn't matter. We're gladiators. We're still going to fight, right? We're still going to fight. You could have been there. You could not. You could feel like the guy that should have put, you know, $100 worth of share on Facebook 20 years ago. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah.
We're going to do
all right, Jaden. Anything else you'd like to say before we get you off here, bro?
So Jeff, thank you. Jaden, go ahead.
Thank you for everybody for tuning in to the live stream, and thank you for supporting us.
Yeah,
all right, man. Up. I'm gonna have you on my show a lot more, man, because I will be watching you. Because with your age, you're gonna grow in this sport. So I'll be continuing watching you, man.
Real quick before we go though, like I said, Fight TV, right? Fight TV, July 3rd. The stand-up fight and the MMA and the, you know, with Mark and Jaden is going to be Combat Quest 14 America, right? And I'm going to be at doing the high rollers in the morning. It's a day of stacked fights, man. And it's a good thing. Brandon Lee, Vigilant MMA, and we're going to put on a show, man. So it's probably worth a lot more. You're going to get more bang for your buck than you did the Jake Paul fight. I'm just saying it's not going to be over here right to knock out and that's it. All right, it's going to be some good stuff. So.
I can't believe he brought up Jake Paul.
I'm saying, I mean, Jesus, I mean, what? If I had $1 million, I could throw over here right on the old man too. I'll pay somebody. Whatever, dude. It is what it is. What the guy said, I can't fight him to beat up his mom. Come on, whatever, man. It is what it is. Whatever. I guess if you got enough money, you do whoever. All right. Appreciate it, bro.
We'll see you later.
And
Oh,
Yeah,
All right.
man.
you can stay right there. Stay right there, JT. Thank you for being on my show, Jada, and I'll see you a lot more soon. All right, man. Have a good day, man.
All right, man.
How you too?
Team Savage. Yeah.
Hey, what's up? All right, man. That's a good kid you got there. With
Man,
him
it
being
is,
that
man.
with that age and that weight class he's in, man. The more he trains, the bigger he gets. That
Yes.
boy, you're gonna see your
Feel
shows.
like, wow.
Yep.
Yes. Like I said, look, at the end of the day, bro, I can fight and train all I want. That's my legacy, man. My legacy every single time, man. Like it's like by the second he gets bigger and tougher. And he's just and he's confident in himself what it is, bro. But he's gonna be a beast, man. I see you little guy back there, huh? Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
What's up, buddy? It's all right. It's all right. Hey, it's cool. It's cool. It's all right.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah. See, like I tell my people that I know that I interview, if they hear my kids or see my kids, it is what it is. My kids come
It is
first,
what it
you know. So, all right.
Absolutely is.
If you're listening, JT Savage is looking for some sponsors for him and his fighters for his club.
For the
So
blow
he's
work,
gonna get.
hotel training, you know.
All right, so go ahead and give them your information, everything, and
All right,
what
so
they're
like I
looking
said,
for.
yeah, you can hit me. You can hit me on my Facebook. And we got Instagram and all that. Give me a JT Savage, okay? Or you can, I mean, whatever. You can get a hold of me for the Cash App. Get a hold of Jeff, whatever, and we'll link up. At the end of the day, I assure you, everything, all the proceeds go to making sure we get to our fights and do our fights. And if you got a business logo, whatever, if you just want it to be shouted out, right? It doesn't matter. We'll get it on there. This man right here makes my merchandise, and you can be sure that it'll be on there, man. You know what I mean? And I'm not just fight at these smaller events. You know, Combat Quest is one of the bigger ones for the Amis, and it's a really, really, really good thing, man. It's a good show of skill, but I fight for Street Beefs. I fight, you know, for Lidio Code. Everywhere I go, your name's going to be there. So, you know, you're going to want to get in, and I sure appreciate it for everything, right? And thank you, Jeff, for having me on the show again. And we will see you July 3rd. Hopefully I do. I think I'm going to do all right. Usually try to be humble, but I'm pretty sure my son's knocking heads off, right? So, and then I got the big guy. Yeah, Mark, we're going to try to get the interview later, right? But he's not a small guy either. Every bit, and all of us come from the bottom, right? So it's gonna be a show. I promise you. When we hit hard.
Let me tell you this. My mom always told me it's not the big the guy is how you put is what you put in the effort of fighting to get out of there with the W. That's my mom. I know it,
and I'm saying it, but you know what? It helps when you got a guy as big as Mark, and he puts it in. Because I promise you, look, we sparred, and he's landed me one or two of them, and he is no joke, right? So everybody on our team is going to put on a show. You can believe that. Win, lose, or draw, we fight. That's what we do with gladiators, right? We put on a show. So you're going to want to watch that show July 3rd, Fight TV or Vigilant MMA. They have their own streaming service or whatever. Brandon Lee is a good dude and gave us a chance. So, I mean, whatever. Like I said, I'm fighting Felix Hernandez. You know, he's from Orlando, Florida. Jaden's fighting Chris Porter out of Inferno MMA. And my guy Mark Powell is fighting Shinori Walker at BPM Fight Team. All of them, both of them are fighting 0-0 guys, and somebody's always got to go, you know? So we'll see you then, right?
Yep. So you heard it from Full Broadcast with JT Savage. You'll see a lot more of him. He's going to be on my show pretty much maybe once, twice a month. Give an update on
Get it pretty regular.
training.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yep. So thank you for watching the Full Broadcast. Remember, if you guys are looking for sponsoring JT and his fighters, just message him or message me, and we'll get you guys going, get you guys out there. So thank you for watching the Full Broadcast 24/7 Sports News. See you till then. Have a good day.
All right, man. Team Savage. Let's ride.